Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the CTKS Method. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back CTKS family. My goal is to assist you in becoming more of a financial and emotional blessing to yourself and those you love through positive excellence. If you like the content, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We have one of the best communities on YouTube. We look forward to welcoming you into our global family. There are a lot of free resources on CTKSmethod.org. The link is in the description of this video. Let's see where the markets are going in the next 24 hours. And let's run the numbers. One incredibly important rule in not only financial markets but also in life: price moves in waves. We know in our own lives that life is always moving in a wave. We have personal ups and downs, and typically when we get a pullback in life, it's just setting us up for a life rally. The same with the markets. As pullbacks are natural, it's important to put them into context. A pullback in life is not a defeat, it's not a setback, it's a set-up. Those pullbacks will give you strength for the next life rally. In fact, if you don't get that strength, you will simply not be able to rally forwards. And of course, if you're dealing with sickness, loss of a loved one, separation from family, relationship breakdowns, conflicts, addiction, sadness, these pullbacks can be horrific. And if you're going through a life pullback at the moment, please know that our love and healing thoughts are with you. The sun will come out again, and there is always hope. Just like life, financial markets, the price goes up and down all of the time. When it comes down, it's gathering strength and momentum. When it goes up, it's rallying, but it will encounter resistance again. This is not a problematic thing because we know, just like price does, life does the same thing. Life is moving in a wave, price is moving in a wave. It's not all up, it's not all down. It's just the way things are. To gain an insight into the markets and if they're going to do a rally or if they're going to do a pullback, we look through the cheat sheet. And this watch list is available absolutely free of charge, and the link is in the description of this video. Row 1 is all about risk on or risk off. We can see that row 1 has currently descended in terms of price momentum. This is very good for the markets. If row 1 is coming down, we anticipate row 2 is coming up. If row 1 comes down, we anticipate that gold and silver will do quite well, and also the Aussie dollar and the euro. If row 1 comes down, this is row 1. For example, the VIX, the DXY, dollar-yen combo, 10-year, 2-year, and oil. If this is all coming down, we also anticipate the major indices and also stocks and commodities and crypto will do well. So let's check it out. Okay, let's check it out. So we can see inside row 2, it's a little bit mixed, but overall not too bad. Remember, headlines always hide the details, and you need the details. We can see the major indices did in fact come up, and there's follow through in terms of the futures at the current time. So that's good for other global markets. The US market closes, other markets open. We can see Apple got whacked. Nvidia did quite nicely. We could look under these charts to see what the momentum is. And looking at the crypto market, which is the best risk-on indicator in existence, we can see that total crypto market cap came up, Bitcoin came up, and Ethereum came up. There was an outflow of the stablecoins into the crypto market, which we can see. All of this green here is very positive. Intercorrelation and interconnection are wildly important if you're trading and investing. Unfortunately, when people first start off, it goes like this. Hey, I want to buy Trump meme coin, or I want to buy Melania meme coin. I don't know what a chart is. I don't know how to look at it. I'll just press buy. Let's buy at market. And then as people get more and more experience, they look at the charts. And then when they get more experience still, they look through the charts to other charts that are impacting the chart that they're putting money into. And we can also see the memes did quite well. The row 1 references are very important to keep your eye on. If they go red, expect positive follow through inside the indices, commodities, and crypto, of course, as well as stocks. But it's all in the details. So when people first start off, they think that all price momentum is absolutely random. It's just going down to zero or it's going up to infinity and beyond. But we know price, just like life, moves in a wave. It is also structurally bound. There are many rules inside financial markets, and one of the most important in the crypto space: no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. So which one is Bitcoin? You can see this is this white line here. As Bitcoin comes up, what happens to the alt? Interesting. As Bitcoin comes down, what happens to the alt? Oh, there's a rule. There's a rule in there, and one that you must know. What happens if Bitcoin suddenly just plunges down and then plunges up? Okay, the alts are doing that as well, directionally. Therefore, looking at Bitcoin is wildly important, and we can see from a longer-term cycle-based perspective that Bitcoin is moving pretty much in accordance with the 2016 cycle. If it continues to do so, we're in for some very, very interesting price action. Without pullbacks, what you will find is that things will fall apart. It's just like in life. If you get everything that you've ever wanted continuously your whole entire life, you'll just feel entitled. You need a pullback to create gratitude, appreciation, and all those wonderful things that says, hey, this is pretty good. When people are new to financial markets, they feel the price is very, very random. Look at this, Bitcoin. Going up and then plummeting down and going up and down and up and down. What the heck is Bitcoin doing? Oh, it must be manipulation. Right here, this must be manipulation and that must be manipulation. The word manipulation is given by retail influencers who don't know what is going on structurally. Sacré cœur, Ken. Could this be? Could influencers not know? Yeah, of course. When you think about it, when you have a level of strong structure and price has exploded through a positive CTKS gap, it's just going to exhaust itself sooner or later. If the market is turning against, for example, if the VIX is going up or basing, if there's volatility, if the yields, the 2, the 10 are coming up, if the DXY is coming up, dollar yen is coming up, you're going to see this kind of behavior. And that's what we've been seeing recently. Now, with the VIX coming down and also the DXY coming down, what are we starting to see? Upward price momentum. This is intercorrelation and interconnection. It is what every single trader and investor must understand. But intercorrelation and interconnection alone are not enough. You must understand structure. Okay, I'll just put a couple of labels here so it's a lot easier for you to understand. So what we saw just a couple of days ago was Bitcoin just exploding up to that 108,930 level. That was a very strong structural resistance level, as was the 106. Just because it passes through, it's just like everything in life. If you get everything your own way without a pullback to gain strength, you will weaken. It's exactly the same thing inside financial markets. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that. They just want to say, oh, I want price to go up forever and, strap a rocket to it. Of course, that's fantastic when it happens, but just be aware, when it does happen, this will happen as well. Therefore, the key is to understand where the structure is, where the sellers are becoming strong, intercorrelation, structurally, interconnection structurally, and then you can make informed decisions. It is not a guessing thing. And if you're, for example, trading or investing inside ADA or XRP's Solana, Pepe, it doesn't matter what it is inside the crypto market, your charts will be doing what Bitcoin does. You know that because we just saw that upper bank and lower bank. The upper bank, if you're new, is here, and the lower bank, if you're new, is there. What does it mean for Bitcoin in the next 24 hours? If we manage to get through this positive CTKS gap, and why in many respects wouldn't we get through it? President Trump is very positive for the markets. He's signing executive orders right, left and center, and when he signs the crypto order, that is going to be fascinating. But we have overhead structural resistance at this 108.930 mark. We don't need to look back to know it was there. We look towards the right. This is the world's leading indicator of price, created through 2 levels of standard certification, which you can learn yourself, and you should learn it if you don't know it already. And much gratitude and appreciation to everybody who reached out and shared their feedback on the Profiting from CTKS Method structure course. Just beautiful. Now, if the bears get control, they'll seek to push it below that 106.039 level. That negative CTKS gap could cause an overshoot of this gravitational well at 102.691, but we would expect reflection back. There is a degree of positive momentum inside the market at the current time. So if it gets above 108.930, where is it going to next? Well, let's check it out. Ooh, 110.171. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to know where the levels of resistance and the levels of support are, and the gaps between them before price prints inside them. It is just a superpower. We had over $1 billion worth of liquidations in the past 48 hours. That was yesterday's video. Today, 310. So slack. The majority were long, and the shorts are starting to catch up. What happens when the shorts get liquidated? It pushes price up. So inside the Trump meme coin, good on you, Prez. Inside Trump meme coin, it is going up at the current time. But if you look in the order book through the depth, you will see that there's so many sellers. They outnumber the buyers, at least on Binance, by 4 to 1. Be careful of headlines. Always look into the details. The S&P 500, or the SPX, reacted extremely well to the new president, President Trump. I'll just put some labels on here for you. What you can see is that the entire market was very, very positive, except for Apple. Apple got whacked. Now we can see for the S&P 500 that it's gone through a lot of overhead structural resistance. You remember when Bitcoin just flew up and then decayed down. One of the things, these sellers, there is always a bit of a delayed reaction inside the market. And the reason that I said, and I tried to explain, price is always moving in a wave, because if you understand it, you will become very, very wealthy. Because you won't FOMO in, because things do pull back and things need to consolidate. So if we get further positive momentum, we must get above that 60.52 level of structural resistance. And then the major challenge is at 60.66. If we pull back, we've got several levels of structural support. In fact, we've got quite a few. So any pullback into this area should be met by buying demand. It's good to keep your eyes on the futures, and when you look at the S&P 500 futures, they're looking pretty rock solid. But don't forget, price is always moving in a wave. It's always coming up and down. It's exactly like life. With the S&P 500, we know that there's some good levels of structural support below it, so any pullbacks should be met with buying demand. But keep your eyes on the futures, because they can whipsaw quite a lot. And within about a week, the FOMC or the Fed will meet up, and the probability of rate cut is practically zero. It's also very important to understand that everything is structurally related. Gold is related to yields and the DXY. It's also impacted by inflation. And geopolitical conflict. Good old gold. Gold is a wonderful material or commodity to be involved with. But again, it is subject to laws. In the past 24 hours, gold was just around here, and I mentioned that if gold could break above, it could go up rather quickly. But why did I say that? It all has to do with structural interdependence and intercorrelation. I'll just put some values on here for you. Because we knew that gold was coming up to a positive CTKS gap, it could come up rather quickly. And you saw at that 27.11 mark, we got above. We challenged that 27.27 and it caused a bit of a wobble. But when it got above, it was pulled up to the gravitational well around that 27.37 mark. Why did we get this upward surge inside gold? Because the VIX came down, the yields came down. But Ken, isn't gold politically connected? Yes, it is, but it's more so yield connected. And when the DXY also came down, that added fuel to gold's fire. Pretty cool, but where could it go next? Now we're starting to see some levels of fairly heavy structural resistance around that 27.56. We do have a positive CTKS gap, so if the yields continue to decline, the DXY continues to decline. But just remember, in a week, the FOMC is going to meet and say, no rate cuts for you. And this could be a bit of a problem for our precious gold. Intercorrelation and interconnection and structure are everything. I would like to thank again the students who reached out inside yesterday's comments and gave their feedback on the Profiting from CTKS Method structure course. It's just beautiful. Thank you so much. And when you look at week 2, what you want to just keep in mind is predicting tops and bottoms with the VIX, the DXY, dollar yen, 10, 2, oil, junk, euro. This is all about row 1 and row 2. But of course, it gets a lot better than that. We literally go through all of the rows. And just keeping yourself up to date with those things is incredibly important. Inside week 3, I teach you how to look through the charts, and looking through the charts is really, really important. Inside the Profiting course, it's all about making money through buying at spot in any market condition, and there are 7 secrets to consistent profitability. If you're new to the community, a very warm welcome, and just pop across to CTKSmethod.org. And if you scroll down on the page, you will see an area with the cheat sheet. This cheat sheet is incredibly, incredibly valuable. You can download it absolutely free. And if you go down a little bit more, there are a lot of resources here to help you out. And there's that official ticker list I was talking about before. Also, you can look through some past trades. Every day, the market will move up and down, so you must grow into your success. And I've just got a little quote here for you. Belief, persistence, knowledge, skill, then personal growth, and success last. Unfortunately, a lot of people put success first and then they get very frustrated. There are a lot of influencers out there and they just say, oh, you can be successful without putting in the work. Where does that happen in life? I don't know a place. You get a job, you don't put in the work, you're going to get fired. You rock up to a sports event. As a player, you don't know the rules, you're going to be in trouble. You'll probably get kicked off the team. You're in a relationship, you don't put in the work. Guess what? The relationship will not probably last. Oh, on that note, there are so many influencers out there that say, oh, just ignore your partner. Treat them like dirt. That's a way to lose a partner, not to gain one. In fact, everything retail is absolutely stupid, but people get sucked in because they don't want to put in the work. Why don't they want to put in the work? Because they live in scarcity or scarcity. They don't have the belief, therefore they don't have the persistence. They don't stick at it because they just feel that they can't win, so they won't get the knowledge, they won't get the skill. They won't grow personally because why? What for? It's bound to fail. Yeah, with an attitude like that, definitely. The key is inside your thinking. If you have really good thinking, you will do well. You must believe you can succeed because you can. Keeping positive at all times is incredibly important, and just know the universe does want you to succeed. Being dedicated and committed, you either win or learn, and never disempower yourself through making some external cause the reason that you can't succeed. That's called blame. Never blame. Blame just shifts your power externally. Your power is your power. Always know that you are worthy. You're worthy of all the best things in life, but there's a little asterisk attached to that. You must work for it. In everything you do, you must work for it. And as you know, opportunities in life reset daily, so you can show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. You are not in competition with other people. All you need to do is to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Always remember, what is taken will be paid back, but what is earned is kept. As you made it this far, you're an absolutely awesome human being. Much love to you from Kate and myself. And I think just pop something into the comments about positive excellence and about self-growth as the path to succeed. It is very understated, but it can make absolutely the world of difference. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.